Hey everybody, I want to talk about authenticity. It is that word that we bandy about way too much. Be authentic, more authenticity. How do you know when you're authentic? Everybody talks about it, and here's the issue. I'm fed up with the talking about it. We need to start living it and start being it, and less talking and more walking the talking, more doing it. And I think it's really important. However, because of all this talking about it, it's been diluted. What does authenticity even mean? So what prompted this conversation for me is that a week ago, I was at a conference and I had spoken and I was talking to business brands and personal brands, and people were talking about what it means to be authentic. And we had this really robust conversation, but it said to me that most of us are really afraid to be fully authentic. And I wasn't wrong. I asked people, are you authentic? And if you don't feel that you're 90% of the time authentic, why aren't you authentic? And what people said to me was, Kathy, marketability. I'm afraid I won't be marketable if I really say who I am and what I believe. And that says a lot. And it made me sad, but I think this is true. This happens with personal brands. This happens with business brands. So here's the lowdown. 2 things I want you to think about. What does authentic mean to you? And secondly, how do you know when you're not being authentic? And here's my litmus test. I'm going to speak to different audiences depending on where I'm at, what stage I'm at, what context I'm in, and what it is that I'm talking about. So context matters. I might use different metaphors and analogies and different language depending on the stage and the audience that I'm with. But one thing that never changes for me, just never changes, is the message. I'm not going to change the message because my core values don't change. Now, I don't owe that audience this idea that I have to tell them everything about me. I don't think I owe them everything. I don't owe them everything. They're not entitled to my life and every aspect of it. But for the part that I'm talking about, if I'm asked to talk about a marketing topic, then on that topic, I need to give 100% and really be honest about how I feel. So the question that becomes is, when you get off the stage or you're done with your content, does it represent how you really feel? And what I discovered in conversations with people is that most people that I talked with were chasing marketability. Now, I understand why people do that. We also have to be authentic. Is there that intersection on that Venn diagram, that perfect overlap of being marketable and being authentic that we can go for? I think the answer is yes. That's where we want to be. That's the holy grail. Because if we are chasing marketability without authenticity, we're going to get burnt out. If we're chasing authenticity, and authenticity is super important, without marketability, we might not find our target audience. So we need to kind of figure that out. But chasing marketability without being authentic is going to lead you to the road of nowhere. You're going to end up hating your content, and I've seen it happen. Oh, I got to do that newsletter. Why? Because you see it as a checkoff box and as an item on your chore list versus I can't wait to tell the story to my audience, because you haven't found your authenticity factor yet. And that matters. You're going to know it when you get there. It's not a sustainable place. So 2 things I really want to emphasize in this conversation about authenticity is to get all the bullshit out of the way. We're all adults. We can handle the word bullshit. To stop talking about and start thinking about it. What is it for you? How do you know it when you feel it and you see it? And how can you start to make sure that you're doing it 90% of the time? To feel good about the content you produce in the world, the talks that you give in the world. Really, it's about you. This is a diagnostics for you. This is not about, giving you an audit list and some, 20, 30, point checklist. This is not about that. This is about you being able to do things in the right way for you. and making sure that it fits with everything that you are so you can be the best of who you are and give it to your audience. So that is my Friday feeling. That's my thought, the authenticity factor, and getting rid of the bullshit and stop talking about being authentic and start doing it. And the more brands talk about it, I don't want to see one more brand talk about it. I want to see brands doing it, being it. If you believe in a certain thing in the world, your content should reflect that. If you say you stand for humor in the world, which I do, I should have a sense of humor and I should do it in everything that I do. And I hope to do that because that's me being authentically me. You have to do what's authentic for you. And that is, I think, how you get to that road of success and how you show up across all your content, your business stages, your speaking stages, and all your content and everything that you do. And that's what people are looking for. Who are you on stage and off stage, and is it the same person or brand? So with that, I just want to plant that seed. I think it's super important. That's my Friday feeling. Hashtag Friday Fun Day, all that good stuff, whatever. Have a wonderful weekend. We will do more videos next week. Take care. Bye.